You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Bachelor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Bachelor After Show.
Yes, that majestic beginning can only mean one thing. That's right, with 27 million weekly downloads, listen to in 75 different countries, we're your one-stop, one destination for true after-show entertainment. And of course, this is The Bachelor, Season 18, Episode 6.
Dun dun dun.
Hobbit Love.
The Hobbit Love.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, it's the music. Sorry, this is such a weird open for us, but before we go any further, I'm JC, and let us go across the table and introduce our wonderful host, starting with the lovely man to my left.
No, let's start with the lovely lady to my
Even
left.
better, Danny. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Charlotte Brodbent. I'm so excited to be with you gentlemen.
Charlotte Brodbent, are you on Twitter?
Yes.
What's your Twitter username?
At Shaw Brodbent. C-H-A-R. Broadbent. I know
love how you
it's
said
kind of
She could
weird,
say
right?
anything. Yeah, it's the accent.
You could read me the nutritional facts of like Lucky Charms, and I would love you.
No,
anyway.
I could have a child. She'd be like, "Your baby's so ugly," and I'd be like, "Oh my god, thank you."
Horrible
British people
accent
can
aside.
get away with a lot.
I know, guys. Danny Hoyt. I have to apologize. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I was sick. I know. I was sick 2 weeks ago. I sounded like a dinosaur, like a pterodactyl. And last week, I got stuck in the snow on the way back from the Super Bowl. I was at the Super Bowl, and I got stuck in a plane for 11 hours, and I'm sorry. But I'm here.
That's a pretty good excuse though. You're at the Super Bowl.
I was hosting at the Super Bowl, too. I wasn't just there.
I don't care if it was your super hockey match or whatever. This is The Bachelor.
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
And kind of like Juan Pablo and Claire, your apology was accepted.
And also, but still a little annoying.
Just.
That was good. That was good,
That
right?
was good. And now you can see how everything's a little bit kind of topsy-turvy today because we are missing also our lovely cupcake, Kathy Kelly.
We
Couldn't be
miss
with
her.
us tonight. She will be back next week, but we do have to introduce someone. First time running the ones and twos. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Roya. What's going on?
Raya.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Are you ready to be schooled on the world of love?
I'm ready. Let's
This
do
is
this.
this is the truest love you'll ever find
The truest.
on
Pure.
national TV. Absolutely.
I believe you.
Okay, so guys, you know how I always like to start with like an overall view of what we thought of tonight's episode, kind of like what we called "Today I Learned It."
So here's what I learned today.
What did you learn about tonight's episode?
Not a lot. It was just kind of like a little recap.
Wasn't it a slow episode?
It was just like flat. I mean, there's a few little moments of whatever, but I feel like overall it was just kind of like a flat episode.
Yeah, there was a little bit of tongue action, but there really wasn't a lot. But that's what they zoom in on. They zoom in on that.
Okay, so now Charlotte, you are reminding us of our show last week where we had our sex and relationship expert Jenna Couture on.
Jenna Time tweets.
Jenna Time, which we really did delve into the sexuality of the episode, and we got killed on the reviews. So we're gonna tame it down a little bit, but then again, you have that English accent, so go ahead, just tell us what you really think.
Fire it up.
Yeah, no, this I do. Have
What
to
do you
say,
think?
Vietnam and New Zealand. Maybe it's the tourist in me. I absolutely love both locales. I know that's the wrong answer. You guys want to hear progression of the story, but for me, the locations, I know where I'm going on my next 2 vacations.
Really?
Yeah,
See, I'm a
absolutely.
huge New Zealand fan, but Vietnam, I feel like, okay.
Really, I love
Like
it.
it's middle of the road for me.
Really? Okay. All right. So let us know what you think. Team Danny, Team JC, or you just love Charlotte's accent. Please let us know in the reviews.
Let us know.
Yes, if you're watching us live on AfterBuzzTV.com, hello. But if not, make sure to go to YouTube, iTunes, share a comment, tell us what you think. Tell us if you want button open Danny or button up Danny. Remember, we've been doing
Yeah,
this all
you guys did
season.
this a few weeks ago and let me know you'd like me to wear flannels but buttoned up.
Yeah.
So I went with, of course, a denim chambray all the way buttoned up, of course.
Ooh, chambray.
Chambray.
They like it buttoned
That's
up.
a word that Juan Pablo wouldn't know. I didn't know it as of 2 weeks ago, I'll be honest.
Yes, because he got frazzled, which was another one he did not know this
Yeah,
week.
he did. Frazzled. There's also
Bolt.
inorganic was another word that I don't think he knew.
He didn't know bolt.
Yes.
Bolt?
Bolt.
Bolt?
Bolt.
Can you spell that?
B-O-L-T.
Oh,
Bolt.
Oh,
Bolt? I believe that's B-A-W-L-T, and you're referring to balls, which he knows very well. Claire also knows very well. All right, sorry. Let's
yes. So this is late in AfterBuzz. So, but let's get into
the episode.
Let's heat things up with the first date card. Are you guys surprised that Andy got it so late into the show? I mean, we've loved her since the first episode.
We have.
And
I
we're
have
6
specifically.
Yes, in ways we cannot talk about until the mics are plugged off. Now, Andy, was it too late for her to, is she too late receiving that first date card?
No, I don't think so. I think she can make a big enough impression. I think she did make a big enough impression. And I think that Andy's like the silent killer. Like, she's stayed in the game enough on his radar. And all of a sudden, now that she had the date card, she's like screaming towards the middle dot on the radar. And I think he's kind of getting blindsided by her.
Yeah, no, what were your impressions of
Yeah,
Charlotte?
I like her, and I feel like when he hits it off with, or when they hit it off with somebody right away, then it dies off. So I feel like it's better to kind of be in the middle, and then towards the end when you start to build.
Yeah, make that strong comeback
Yeah.
at the end.
That's a great call because actually it pretty much happened even last season with Sean and Catherine. We didn't see her really till about, I think it was episode 6 as well, where they
Yeah.
went on that snowmobile.
Yeah,
date.
he
I
picked
think
her up
was
in
episode
that
6.
giant like 18-wheeler snow rig, and then all of a
Yes.
sudden we were like, "Holy crap, Catherine's cool."
Yeah, so UK, great call. Absolutely, high five.
Thank
you.
you.
Saw it. No, but they went on this, first they go on a speedboat,
Yep.
which we all love, but then they go through this thing called the squeeze, which I thought was a metaphor for Andy herself, because she's the one that's the control freak. She was the assistant district attorney. I can't even talk today. I think it's the UK girl.
It is. You're flustered.
Sorry.
I'm
you are.
flustered. I am. Woo! Okay. Well, no, but I think it's just a parallel to
Stay
Andy.
with us.
I'm here.
Okay.
No, but it's a parallel to her because
Yeah.
she's the control freak.
Yeah, that's a
and-
good point.
And she said something really beautifully tonight, and it was, let me see if I can find it. Oh, it feels good to be taken care of.
And she said that at the very beginning.
Yes.
That you're right. She said, I lead a lot of things, but I like a man. I want to be in a place where a man just takes care of me.
Yes.
She goes, I want to take a backseat to a man.
Do you like that, Charlotte? Let's say, I mean, you do run so many shows. You're a great host. You're doing all these things. Is it, star by day, and what is it at home? Do you like that man to take care of? I mean, what is it? Is that something that turns a woman on?
I think in general, yes, but personally, no. I mean, I do like to be taken care of, but I'm in a point in my life where I take care of myself, and I'm first, and I don't need somebody to take care of me.
Okay.
But I don't know. I like her. I thought the date was interesting. I mean, it was beautiful when they eventually got there, but I would have felt claustrophobic going through
Yes.
when they got off the boat, but she looked really hot.
Can we talk about that one piece for a second?
Sure.
I know the word. I've used this word a few times, and I'm sorry, but it's the only word I can think of. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
No.
Smoke show.
Oh, that's right.
The
Yes.
black one piece. Andy was killing it.
How does she have time to? And I was going to say that they're in this frigid water, yet they look sexy in frigid water. And secondly, how does she find the time to look that smashing while she, like I said, she's an attorney?
She doesn't have to find time. The girl just looks good.
This is fantastic.
She just,
She's
and
beautiful.
I'll be fair. Let's play the other side of the card. I'll give a shout out to Juan Pablo because the top 4 of his 6-pack were coming in fine. He was doing well. Both of them. I mean, you know what I mean? Let's be fair.
And of course, our weekly shirtless Juan Pablo update.
I got the 14 minutes in. We have a shirtless Juan Pablo.
That's a
He
bit.
did well.
Yeah. No, actually, that's a bit late.
It's a bit late.
Yeah.
He's usually about 8
Oh
to
yeah,
9
I meant he
minutes in.
kept his shirt on.
Yeah.
He did well to keep
Yeah, he
his
did
shirt
well
on.
to keep his shirt on. 14 minutes in, we got a shirtless Juan Pablo. So for all those that are keeping track out there, for the betting polls, we got you. 14 minutes in.
No, so and the first date was great, but where we really saw something, it was the dialogue between Andy and Juan Pablo was at the Nightfall, which had to be one of the worst Bachelor dates on record.
Oh my gosh.
Let me just say something from a girl perspective because I'm a girl and I know. No, I thought about this though, and I thought this was interesting. I want to see if you got, well, especially Charlotte, if you noticed this. So like they start off the date, I'm sure she spent like an hour getting ready. She's got her hair all done, and then they go on a speedboat, and her hair is just blowing everywhere. Okay. Then they get there, and he's like, "Oh, we're going swimming," so her hair is then wet in the water. getting soaked in the waterfall. Then they go eat dinner by a geyser that's windy and blow. So like, not at one point during the day could her hair be the way she intended it to be. Would that drive you crazy?
Well,
You know what I
she
mean?
had a swimsuit on, so she expected to get in the water or knew she was
True.
going to do something in the water.
What about at night though?
And I mean, I'm sure she did something to her hair in between.
But if you're with the man of your dreams, does that bother you?
Especially
Yeah,
it's your first date.
I would feel very insecure. Well, not insecure. I would just think I want to look my best, and my natural hair without a hairdryer is awful.
Or do you just not care because you're with Juan Pablo? He has a shirt
No,
on.
it's a
but He's
competition.
like okay.
So you would want to look your
Oh.
best, and like these girls are all buddy buddy, but we do see that next week things might change. But
Yeah.
this is a
Drama.
competition. These girls need to be
In it to win it.
Yeah, and if they want to fall in love with them, they should be on their game at all points. Right? Am I
Charlotte,
right?
this
Or-
is about love, not competition.
No, but it is a competition.
Okay.
It is about love, but technically they're competing against each other for his love.
Okay, that makes sense. I will say
Do you
that
guys not think that?
I mean, they are technically.
because that's usually what goes on with Bachelor seasons. The women tend to be a little more competitive. The guys, it's more of like a bromance. It's just
Yeah.
like a bunch
Yeah.
of guys hanging out. But however, last season guys did get a little more catty. I will say that. But I'm losing track
Anyways.
here. Anyway,
I digress.
yes, thank you. What did you think about the second half of the date, Danny? Did
the-
we see anything?
Well, we saw a geyser erupt. I wrote this down.
Oh, no.
There's so many sexual references in this episode. So this is the first of many that I will bring up. But the geyser erupts while they're eating. Well, first of all, let's back up. Before this, Claire on camera says, "Let's see if things erupt in New Zealand." And I wrote down, first thought in my head, like things erupted while you and Juan Pablo were in the ocean together? That was first-
Alleged. We do not know that.
Look. 98% of Bachelor Nation knows this.
we're going to get to that. We're going to get
Okay,
to that.
well, that was at the beginning.
Okay.
Then Andy goes, everything around us is wet. And then Juan said, this dinner is going to blow her mind. He knew the geyser was going to erupt. He planned for that. That's why he had the rose in his jacket, the smashed up rose that he gave her.
Why would you want to plan that? Why would you want that to happen?
Because
on a
it's an
date?
event. It's a story. It's a cool memory. It's a, oh my gosh, remember we were eating dinner, we had and then the geyser erupted and we had to walk over to the Brit. Like, it's funny.
Daniel
It's a-
Hoyt, Danny Hoyt, at Danny Hoyt, what has happened to you? You were
Look.
this idealist, romantic guy. I saw week one because I missed week one, and now you're just calling conspiracy.
No, not conspiracy. What it is it's memories. And I'm all about details. I love details. And that's a cool detail that they'll always remember. Whether or not Andy wins his love, I think that's a detail that they'll always remember.
And it's great that you brought up the fact whether or not Andy wins. I don't know if she's going to win.
I know she's going to win, but I really like her. Still.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I didn't get a lot out of this date.
Yeah, there
honestly.
wasn't a lot to get other than it was just good.
But you think they've queued it up all season because we knew Andy was going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
And for this to be the first date, I thought it was going to be just like baton twirling like KCB and Ben, just craziness. But I was a little, I wish there would have been a little bit more. But she did say one thing that did stand out for me. Can't wait to have a family. And
Yeah.
that's unexpected by this career woman who's now putting it out there. Do you think producers might have not necessarily coached her to saying that, but this is the kind of stuff that
Like egged her on to say that?
slightly, yeah, because you know a lot of people from the Bachelor family, Danny, and they will kind of move things along so you say kind of the right things to push it along. Not put words in their mouth, but say, Juan Pablo, of course, we know he really wants a mother for Camila, how important family. We
Yeah.
do know that, but I think at this point, do you think she might have been pushed that way?
No, because I think she's the kind of woman who, especially being an ADA, she's going to say what she thinks.
Okay.
She's not going to let somebody dictate the words that come out of her mouth. And I think that she really means that. I think she's 26, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I think she's 26. She knows she's got a lot of time ahead of her. She's got a career ahead of her that she doesn't want to stop. And having kids doesn't necessarily mean it stops. It means you put it at least on pause. You know what I mean? For a while. I think she said that to let him know that eventually she does. I don't think she does right now. And that's my personal opinion. I don't think
Okay.
she really does right now because I think she loves her career. But I could be completely wrong because she could want a family tomorrow if it means she gets Juan Pablo and a family with him. she could say, look, I'll put everything on pause because I love this man more than anything else in my life.
Wow, that ladies, Danny Hoyt. That was very well
Where's
put.
that?
I'm sorry, I can't go anywhere with that. I'm leaving that one alone. So much so that I want to move on to the group date.
Group date.
The coolest date ever, which they call it what, Ogo?
The Ogo. OGO. Yes, Ogo.
Okay, I've heard of it called Zorbine and all this, and I thought it was dangerous. I've heard someone actually died in one of these. So the
No
Bachelor,
way.
I did. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chat roll if you're watching. Let me know, or YouTube, let us know. I have heard that happen.
In New Zealand. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Look, Charlotte's in shock. Because she wanted to do this right after we finished the show. So yes, no, but
Way to ruin it, JC.
How'd they die? Like they hit heads with
I
somebody?
don't know. I think something. I swore I saw it on. We're getting sidetracked, folks.
I still want to do it. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
we'll
lie.
talk about it later. But
Alright.
okay, let love roll. And we had a build-up. Did you notice, like this week they had the build-up? Cassandra, it's my birthday. I really miss my son.
Yeah,
They were leading us along.
they were stringing us along, and then boom.
Yes.
Happy birthday. See you later.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Ouch.
Okay, so let's mix it all in together. Because did we really get anything out of the date aside from it being fun and Nikki and Juan Pablo sharing a little kiss?
Yeah, that was they got a little kiss. I didn't know what that said for us. I mean, what do you think about that? The Nikki and Juan Pablo moment inside the Ogo ball.
I find it kind of weird. I mean, as
Yeah?
you're rolling down a hill and it's like
You're, like,
bumpy,
falling on
trying
each
to
other?
like kiss. Like what? I don't know. But I wondered how they picked who went in the bowls, like whatever they're called.
Well, he got in
Well,
each Ogo with each of the girls. I
but
think we
in
didn't see
one
them
of
all.
them, there was 2 girls and him. So how did you get alone with him?
I mean, JP has the say on the balls. Let's just be honest.
He does. He really does. And
I'm just kidding.
I know. And I got to admit, this is like, for some reason, I'm starting to get scared. I don't know if he'll end up with anyone.
He might not. And you know what? That thought that's
He's loving
funny.
it too much.
It's funny you say that because that exact same thought crossed my mind tonight. He likes a few of these enough to go out on dates, and enough to pursue, but I don't know if he likes anybody enough, and at least we haven't seen yet, to have them be a mother to Camilla.
Yeah, 'cause
And that's the thought that's like running in the back of his head the whole time, and you can kind of see it.
right.
It's funny you say that. I had the exact same thought.
No, because I thought of that when, in this date, Charlotte, he opened up with having a toast. And he said, to a beautiful day and beautiful woman. And I saw like a little like gleam in his eye. I was like, because this is the man, he loves women.
Yeah.
So
Miami and like,
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, do you think he can actually settle down and pick one? Judging from what you've seen so far.
I don't think so, no. And I don't know how he doesn't. These girls are so firstly, they're doing everything wrong, relationships 101.
Oh.
And I know this is
enlighten us.
like,
Yeah, let me get out my pen.
there's a book called Why Men Love Bitches by Sherry Ogov.
Oh,
Ogov.
no.
And I swear by this book. It's fantastic. But you shouldn't, and I know it's a show and you have to say how you feel, but when you tell a guy, I really, really like you, and you get nothing back, and that's what he does with these girls. And when he said to Claire, I think it was, do I melt your heart? It's like,
That's a player's line, is what you're saying?
That's what I think. But he's making these girls latch onto him, and I don't think he has a true, personally, from what I've seen so far, I don't think he has a true connection with any of one yet.
Really? Okay. All right. So we got a lot of episodes to get in. Do you disagree,
just what I
agree,
think.
or?
It's interesting. One moment that he Pillsbury Doughboyed Cassandra at the beginning of the group picnic, and that's when I knew Cassandra was.
You were calling it early. He was. So.
He Pillsbury Doughboyed her.
And
It was
what
kind of
did
like, oh, you're my friend. Like,
Yeah.
did you guys see that?
I saw it once you mentioned it.
Yes. Well, anyways,
It's like friend zoned.
Danny you were in a zone today.
I wasn't. You know what? I was locked and loaded, locked on these girls.
Moving on.
Who was it that said it reminds me of Ohio, except we don't have hills?
That was your favorite.
Chelsea.
I'm sorry.
I'm disappointed. I hated that line because Ohio has oceans and volcanoes and geysers. Anyways, Chelsea.
This is such a random night here at AfterBuzz. Cupcake, where are you?
I know. We need Kathy to be the glue to all
I'm
this all
screwing
together.
everything up. Sorry,
No.
guys.
No, it's not you. It's me.
No. Now we got out of the first half of the date, but I think where all the action happened was in the second half of the date, where once again, okay, we have favorites here. Kathy is like the impartial one. Danny has a thing for Chelsea. I am a fan of Charlene.
I know you are.
And then
Are you worried? All right, let's get there.
yes,
We'll get there.
I'm worried. I'm on pins and needles. Charlene is what I call a hot nerd, because when she got to Hobbit Town,
Wait,
Hobbit Town.
before we get to Hobbit Town,
Yeah,
can
what's
we
that?
talk about your hot nerd's bathing suit? With the fringe, with
Why
the
you gotta-
fringes? Hold on, what'd you think about that? No, tell us. JC.
I wasn't a fan of it.
You weren't. You like Charlene, but you didn't like her bathing
I
suit.
didn't like it. I'm sorry. I love Charlene. I think she can never make a mistake. But the bathing suit wasn't the best for her. I'm gonna say it didn't accentuate the chesticles.
She's like a cowgirl.
Anyway,
All right, cowgirl getting
Fringe is-
birthed out of that Ogo.
Fringe may be coming back.
Wait,
Fringes
might be
are
coming back.
coming back.
See,
but
Danny.
it
Yes.
was the one piece. It didn't work.
Well, Andy had the one piece worked on Andy. Hold on, I want to talk about something. At the end of the Ogos, you mentioned this and you were spot on. At the end, Charlene pops out of this. They just cut to the Ogo, and there's a whole. All of a sudden, Charlene just shoots out of it, and then Juan Pablo shoots out of it. And what did you say?
It felt like it was placenta, like they were giving birth.
Oh my God.
It really did. It was natural. I'm sorry. It's what I saw. Tell me if I'm lying, people watching at home or
Comment.
listening.
It looked
Please.
like a birthing canal. Next,
We've
moving
lost
on.
all control. Okay, back to the PG version of The Bachelor.
Yes.
Charlene being a hot nerd and picking up. This is why I love her, because I love a woman that is obviously like Juan Pablo, someone who you're attracted to, and yet can talk about code and breakdown, just talk about just these really cool geeky things. And the fact that she geeked out on The Hobbit, I was sold. And I'm not a big Hobbit fan, but just the fact that she knew.
She's like a hot geek.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Sorry, it was my
No, you're good.
editorial.
Okay,
I'm
so
done.
cocktail party. First person he talks to is Renee, and she
Yes.
said something that I want to talk about. She said she brought up the point of baggage versus package. He looks at somebody with a kid as baggage versus, well, a lot of people look at somebody with a kid as baggage versus he looks at us as a package. I thought that was really deep. That whole baggage versus package thing with somebody with a kid, and
Are you sure that wasn't his his language?
no, I think that I mean
His accent.
she
Giving you a hard time. I'm sorry, Juan Pablo. I love you.
she eloquated it in a way that that's a word, JP. But is that even the right word?
That's
I
like
don't
an
know.
SAT word. Wow,
I don't know
that's-
over here. She put it in a way that I thought was really intriguing. She said he looks at us as a package versus having baggage. And I thought that was really interesting because I think that's really true.
I agree.
That's how, you know what I mean? What do you think about that?
I agree. I think a lot of people do see, but I think it's a maturity level. I think he's a mature person. He has a child himself, and that him and his daughter are a package deal. And I think that's how he looks at Renee too.
So you've seen something more, because Renee, I did not see this coming. I still, call me conspiracy theorist, I found out some intel, and I said during the show I had some intel from other bachelors and whatnot. They've mentioned the fact that producers have to, and Danny, you can rebuke this or not, because I know you do know some people on the show as well, that the producers will egg some of the bachelors on to kiss some of the women they may not necessarily want to be with in the end.
Yes. True statement.
Okay, so with that being said, I think there's a friendship, a fantastic friendship. I think Renee is fantastic. I just don't see a truth. I do not see them. That's just my opinion. I think she's fantastic. I think she could be the next Bachelorette, but I just don't see her with Juan Pablo.
I agree.
You know, I think that he sees that there's at least something and he's exploring it. I don't think he wants to kiss her, but he is, because they've already kissed, and so he's continuing to do it. But I agree with you that I don't know if something's going to happen. I just think that he's legitimately wants to give her a shot, and he's doing that. And I don't think there's harm in that. I don't think he had to be egged to do that. I think when he says he was mesmerized by her eyes, I think he means it. I think we could see that at home. I mean, she's got eyes. She has this aura about her that's caring and loving and genuine. I think she might be the most genuine girl left.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Left. I
Left.
will say left.
Not that the other ones aren't. I just think she might be the most grounded, genuine, well-rounded person. But for him, I don't know if that's what he wants. It might be what's best, but he doesn't know that. You know what I mean? He might be blinded by some other things.
Yeah, absolutely blinded. But I always thought that
That's what I think about Renee.
I thought Cassandra might be it. I thought he might be blinded by her because early on in this season, they had a pretty hot date, and they had a lot of chemistry going on. And I said for sure Cassandra was going to outlast Renee, but boy, was I wrong. And on her 22nd birthday, that is not going to win. You are not going to go down as one of the best bachelors. I don't care how diplomatic it went down. He let her go like quite the gentleman.
He did.
Yeah.
We'll give him that.
However, on her birthday,
Yeah,
Her
that was
20
a low blow.
I,
Ouch.
I'm sorry. And then he said not on the same page. Let's see, both single parents, both really looking for like someone to continue their family with. No, not on the same page. She's cute. She's cute. No, not on the same page. Am I missing something? What's not being told to us?
I don't know. And he started off the speech by saying, you're one of do you know you're one of my special ones? Mm-hmm. Like,
Really?
I was thrown off by that a little bit.
Sorry, you sold it so well, Danny. I thought you were talking to me.
I was. This is how he said it.
He did.
Yeah.
But as soon as he said, "You're gorgeous, funny,"
she knew.
so nice.
It was like
So nice.
It was like he was
No.
giving her a little bit of like the lip service. Like he was giving her
Yeah.
like, look. I mean, they're true things, and I think he really feels them. But he was trying to butter it up a little bit so she didn't, take. I mean, she's young,
Right.
and this is a big blow. I think she'll recover. She'll be fine. But he was trying to let her down, and I think he did he was respectable in the way he did it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the way he went about it.
Would you see her, Charlotte, as the next Bachelorette? Because all the girls love her, and that's who you want. You want. I'm not going to mess up your opinion. Do you think she'll be the next Bachelorette?
No.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yep. She's a little too boring to carry the show.
Well, now
As far as what we've seen.
it's funny that you say that. Well, think of Emily. That was what was said about Emily when she was on The Bachelor, and then when it became her season, she got her little West Virginia on.
She did.
So
She
true.
get a little West Virginia on.
See, so we don't know because remember they only show us so much.
So maybe she can get a little Detroit on.
She can go to Detroit. She was an NBA dancer, so
Former NBA dancer.
She's sorry.
But it's true. So she has that edge to her. She has something to her.
I just think she might. The only caveat I think is that she might be too young.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, even though she has life experience behind her, but she's gorgeous. I guarantee there's going to be a line down the
Yeah.
I'll
down
say
the
this.
street for her.
I'll say this, and I told you guys this is a show. For those of you that are listening, I was in Chicago this weekend, and one of my friends is from Detroit, and she's friends with Cassandra, knows her well, and had nothing but positive things to say about her. That changed my perspective on her a little bit. Because I thought she was just kind of like middle of the road. She, didn't have a big personality. They said she's very caring and she's very loving and, things we saw, but more so. She went into detail, and that's not my place to say those things here, but changed my perspective in a good way. They just added points for me. Do I think she'll be the next Bachelor? No. Or Bachelorette?
Okay.
No, but I do think she's a great person. And I do not think that they were fit for each other. And I think he let her down well.
Let us know at home what you think, guys.
Yes.
If you think that Cassandra could be the next Bachelorette, and anyone else. I'm trying to remember anything else that went on, and it was JP and Charlene. Juan Pablo and Charlene.
Yeah, I like calling him JP.
Yeah.
A big thing happened.
What happened?
Another thing that we've seen before happened.
What?
Another awkward kiss.
Oh yes.
It was so weird. He played the violin or the guitar on her chin. It was so weird.
And we were always saying that it was Charlene giving the odd kisses, but now it was.
It was JP doing this number, and then she kind of went like this.
Yes.
It was very strange.
Okay, as a girl, if guy is doing this to your chin, what do you think about that?
I have no idea what I would be like. What are you doing? Like, get off me! I would kind of think you're playing a violin on my chin.
There
Like,
you have
that's
it, folks.
Very strange.
Don't do that.
Charlotte, I'm going to call shenanigans because you said while you were watching the episode,
but-
you said
but-
he's really cute. I can't even do your accent.
I
but
can't even.
I do think he's cute, but
He's really cute.
but that's just strange.
Yeah, it is
Even
strange.
if a guy I like did that, I would
Tickle,
think,
tickle,
what are you
tickle.
doing?
Well, I think Cassandra. Wait, hold on. I think Cassandra and Claire and maybe even Nikki fall into this category. That you said, Charlotte. I don't know if this is with the book you were talking about. Women like bitches. Sorry. it's
Why
hard.
men marry?
Bitches. Thank
Oh,
you.
love. There's two of them.
Okay.
Mhm, yeah.
It's because I think Charlene, Claire, and Nikki are making him chase a little more.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. There's no, like he needs to have some kind of thrive to want to hang out with them, and not it be so easy that every time they hang out, it's like, oh, you're so like you're a 10, and what else? It's like,
I love how you do not know what frazzle means. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, but with Charlene, is it that she's playing hard to get, or is it that she's just so analytical? She's analyzing everything from A to Z.
Option B.
Option B.
Yep.
Okay, so she's really so you're saying Charlene is really grounded. You're saying what am I doing in this? Is this real? But is this going to get too old? We've been hearing this for weeks with her. Is Juan Pablo just finally going to do it? That's it, I'm done.
Well, she said tonight she's giving it one more week.
One more week.
She's been saying that for weeks, it seems like to me.
But this one I think was, I mean, did you see that look on her face? She was like stone cold. One more week.
We thought, I know, jumping ahead, but I thought she was going to leave tonight. I thought she was going to walk out.
I thought so too.
So glad you didn't. But okay, with that said, so I know we're going to go way over. So let's move on to date 3 with, who got a date again?
Yes.
Claire.
Look, Claire. How do you guys feel? Charlotte, what do you think about Claire? Give us just your raw opinion of Claire.
I like her.
Why?
What?
Give us the why. Give us the full on, like, this is why I like Claire because what?
I think she's a nice person, and no one else.
I'm just kidding.
But I think she's a nice girl. I don't know. She wanted an apology from him. They both felt like last week was she didn't feel that. I mean, when he said that it didn't feel right, I think that was kind of took her back. Like she was taken aback with what. But I think they have a connection. I do.
There's an obvious connection. That's what happens when you go in the ocean at 4 a.m. and lose your clothes.
But I think it's more of I think it's a deeper connection that they have. I really do, and I like her, and I think they look good together. When she was wearing his clothes.
I think it's a little too easy for him. It's easy, and that's why.
But she has something to her.
Yeah, there's something to her, but it ends at that let me hook, line, and sinker you, and what's below that? She said straight out, I want you to be the father of my children, which was ironic because she was the one that came out of the limo with the fake pregnancy at the beginning.
Wow.
But I just think that it's fun and games and it's shenanigans for now.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like lifelong mother to Camilla, let's have more babies together, Claire.
Let's just say something actually that I loved about this date
Yeah.
was it wasn't a spectacular adventure. They didn't dive into a volcano. They went on a picnic. So they could sit down and talk.
They needed that though.
Yes.
We needed that.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think he had more interaction with her on this date than he's had with any of the other girls because they just sat down and talked and they had nowhere to go. They had a picnic basket and that was it. And
There's no things erupting behind them. That's what I mean. That's why I didn't like that date because it was just too much going on. They couldn't even interact. But they could just sit down and
put some sweatpants on,
and
hammer pants,
talk. And that's what you need to do. Like you don't have that much time. You have to sit down, really get to know this person and bond with them.
Okay. So, quoting Sean, I want to quote Sean Lowe
Yeah.
here. Did they get any clarity? Did they or didn't they? I don't know. Still.
Them or us?
No, Claire or Juan Pablo. Did they have sex in the ocean or not?
Did we get any clarity of that? Did we get any clarity on Claire's shenanigans? No, I don't think we got clarity. I think what I feel happened, I still feel, has not changed.
Okay.
I feel that something happened. And when he specifically said, we were swimming and kissing the ocean, he didn't need to restate that if that's what happened. If he would have just said, when we were in the ocean. But he said, for the viewers, when we were swimming in the ocean, you weren't just swimming. You stated that to try to throw us off.
Now, being a woman, I mean, for her to get that emotionally charged, would that lead you to believe that they did or didn't?
Definitely. And
Definitely what?
Definitely they did something more than
maybe
they didn't have sex, but I definitely think something else happened than just kissing.
What else can happen
I
when
don't
you're in the
know.
ocean?
I don't know, but
okay, Jenna
I don't
Couture.
know.
Well, let's consult Jen on that one.
But I definitely think there's a lot more to the story.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And we may never know.
Yeah. To me, this is why this episode, to me, every season I think we get one episode that's kind of slow and seems like a little bit of a rehash.
That was tonight.
Yeah. And I really felt that tonight. Not a lot happened because we're still talking about what happened last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want a quick shout out to super fan Brett, who actually he shouted out the fact that, damn, Claire doesn't look good in them sweats.
You know what?
We got to understand Juan Pablo, what he might be thinking with the loins instead of what is right.
She look cute in the sweats. Girls look cute in sweats, and
Yes.
those are cute sweats.
But
She look
Claire's
good.
got a little. I've always said that she knows what she has. She knows somewhat how to use it.
Yeah.
See, okay, see,
I agree
Charlotte.
with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's her game. I do have to give one quick shout out.
Please.
They had the Josh Krajic song playing in the background, and Josh Krajic, of course, from the X Factor, was canceled this week.
I know.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention
A
that.
moment of silence
Moment of
X
silence for
Factor.
the that's Simon Cowell.
Another reality show.
I'm
bites
sure
the dust.
we'll see you soon.
But the Bachelor remains after.
Yes.
You gotta take a drink. Okay.
Okay, and then moving on, we have
Cocktails and Rose's mate.
yes.
All right. So once again, this is what Chris Harrison comes in for a recap within the episode.
It was like it's like what we've been doing the whole time. It was like the redundancy department.
Yes, the Department of Redundancy Department.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's where I was going with that.
But let's jump ahead. Let's just get out of here because I really want to talk about what happened that night at the cocktail party.
Yeah.
And you open with Charlene making this face. I don't know if you guys caught this, and it was like someone had peed in her Cheerios. I'm serious. She had this god awful face, and that's why it's like, oh my god, she's going home. She's going home, and they're stringing us along. Either she's gonna win the whole darn thing, or next week she's leaving.
It's you know what they're setting us up for something emotional. Whether it's she's winning or she's leaving late. There's some big emotional thing that's gonna happen with Charlene. I may shed a tear.
I don't think she's gonna win.
You cannot shed a tear, Danny, because he was born without tear ducts. Now, Charlotte, what was that all about? I mean, what else, did anything stand out to you on the cocktail party? See, this is a lot for Charlotte because she's you're a huge Bachelor fan, but now that you're in the pit with us, it's just like, oh my God, it's different now. No, the fact, like, let's say Nikki, who's the pediatric nurse, and
Came out talking about pink underwear, straight to making out, like it was just.
That was weird, and I think and that's when she wasn't she the one that said you look like a 10, and it's like just that's not needed. And then with the underwear, and that's how it got to the underwear that you're wearing pink underwear, and then they start making out, and
It was surface.
it was just
It was like surfacey, like playful
Yeah,
conversation.
you
it was
didn't like
just
it either,
weird
Danny, huh?
No.
It was like filling in time. Like we're just gonna make this a kind of an awkward conversation, and then make out, and then peace.
Yeah.
Next one.
It's awesome.
When we get to predictions, I have a prediction there.
Yeah, because you know what? I love to agree to disagree with you guys.
That makes.
No sense.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what you're saying, but
Okay, no, I thought it was good seeing this side of Nikki because Nikki's always a serious one. She's always so heavy, and she was trying to be light and frilly. And maybe it's just because I'm feeling more Ali Fedotowsky now from her. I'm feeling so Ali, and
Yeah.
I see more between them. I do, and because of last week, the tail sign with Juan Pablo is. Remember, I was talking about this while we were watching it. Juan Pablo's body language, and we've talked about this last week and the week. Just his body language gives him away. When he's neutral, he's gonna send you home, or it's not gonna end well. The partner will be facing him, and he'll be sitting neutral, and it's the whole body language thing. When
that's his tell.
That's his tell. For me, that's what I picked up. You said you found another tell on him. I don't know what you were saying.
I don't know how to describe it. It's the way he was looking at Cassandra. It was kind of like his eyebrows are raised. He's kind of wide-eyed, and he's not half smiling. He's not looking at her. He's
It's
kind
like
of
his kind of awkward look. He doesn't.
yeah.
really
It's kind of
know.
like well, shoot, that just happened. Kind of, but the whole time he kind of like stays like this. Well, yeah, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're gone.
Well, he gave that tell, I think, and you both brought it up with Kat,
Yeah.
that he was kind of checked out.
I kind of picked that up. I
Completely.
thought he was going home.
Yeah, so
And that was strange. His conversation with Kat.
yeah, because she's talking about her father's alcoholism and
Oh
Like-
yeah, jeez.
That was
Well, okay,
awful.
before we jump ahead, let's talk about Renee's real quick. Because after
Sure.
Nikki, then there was Renee, and that's when he said that her eyes were mesmerizing.
yes.
That's when Juan Pablo said that, and being the only single mom left. makes her, you know, it's a big play. It's either, you know, she is a package. It's a package deal, and so it's if he at all doesn't feel it, and she said this, if he at all doesn't feel it, she knows she's gone.
Okay.
And he said there's nothing more attractive than a woman talking about her kid. And
So,
I think that was where that was like, he really likes her.
he does. I think he really does.
So you're
like
saying this whole season we've like said the Latin lover loves women. Deep down inside, he's in it for the right reasons.
in it for the right reasons.
What? Oh my God. So okay, that's good to know. So let us know if you agree. Is he in it for the right reasons, or is he the man who loves women? Let us know. I'm still torn. I don't know. But anything else that stood out? I'm trying to think. Anything with Chelsea?
Chelsea, well, okay. This was kind of funny though when she said our one-on-one date was so long ago. Like, let's be honest, Chelsea. The whole show happens in 2 months. Your one-on-one date was like 6.5 days ago.
True.
But I guess that's a long time in their world. And she was the one that used frazzled, which I thought was funny because I don't know if he knows what that word means.
No.
But yes, okay. Let's talk about Kat because you brought this up, Charlotte, when she started talking about her journals
Yeah.
and like her daddy things.
That was just strange. It's like
was a little
what
weird.
way to like just make him switch off and just like, he's not. That's not a way to get a guy to connect with you.
Now we all know that this is probably about 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 in the morning, and they've been drinking.
It seemed like she'd been drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we picked that up.
I remember when I had my first beer.
Yeah. Okay.
Even just the way she was like pulling her hair, and she looked like she was struggling a little bit.
And we were talking about predictions. Who was going to go home this week because he had kissed every girl except for
Kat.
Kat.
Yep.
And Chelsea. Remember? But then he kissed her at the end, or no? No, he didn't.
No, he kissed.
Did he?
He kissed Chelsea.
Okay, so that's
kiss.
so the only one he did not kiss, he sent
Kat.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so maybe that's his tell. Maybe that's it. If he doesn't make out with you, you're going home. Oh, okay.
But now he's made out with them all, so.
Yep.
So yeah, so that brings us to any last thoughts on tonight's obviously spectacularly average episode of The Bachelor tonight. It was kind of slow, I'm not gonna lie.
Except for the end. The teaser for next week could mean a lot of things. It could be so much drama next week, and I'm excited about this.
Okay, so we going to predictions? Are we jumping straight
Let's
to it?
jump into the predictions.
Okay. We got no news or gossip. I do have a short tidbit of gossip. I heard, and because I don't want to find out the spoilers, but that there's a naked picture of Juan Pablo floating around that was given by his final rose, but I didn't click on it because I don't want to find out who it is.
Ooh la la.
How does that make you feel? Oh, that's what it makes her feel.
We knew. So okay, predictions. What's gonna happen next week? They're going to the exotic international land of Miami.
Miami. Do you think Camilla comes into play next week? Do you guys think so? And they're in Miami.
Episode 7.
I think it's too early.
Not yet.
But they're there.
Maybe if he goes on a date with Renee, like a mom, because she's in Florida and
Interesting
Ben's
call.
in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, her son's in Florida too. Could they have like a play date for the kids? Or,
Soccer.
yes, kind of
Oh
like
my
Jason
God.
Mesnick something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, sorry.
I don't think he's gonna bring his daughter in.
I think it would be a little early still
Yeah.
for that. You're probably
That's a
right.
lot for her to, like the cameras and new women, and that's just a lot.
Okay. Yeah, and we know that there was no hugging, no kissing, no hand holding in front of Camilla.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's another great aspect of him. So
You know, at the end of the teaser, it showed Juan Pablo in tears.
he's Latin. He's very emotional. Maybe he just got maybe he got a present by one of the girls.
Do you think he's
is it a
emotional
sad
tonight?
cry or
I
is it
think
happy?
this is a sad cry. I think something serious goes down.
Okay. Right now it came to me. Right now live on AfterBuzz. This is kind of like an exclusive but different.
Okay.
Okay. Danny, I am having an epiphany.
Okay.
I'm calling it right now. Charlene goes home.
Oh, your girl!
She's going home.
You think that's it?
He's
She's got
crying.
a week left.
She's going home.
Episode 7.
He's more sad than she is that she's leaving because he likes her. He gave her the first impression rose.
But he doesn't know what to do with her.
But he tiene mucho mundo, like he says. She's cultured. He wants her. He's gonna cry. She's leaving. That's it. That's my prediction. What are your predictions
I
before
think
they
she's
give the hook?
leaving too.
Ooh,
But I'm excited to see how he deals with girl drama.
Nope.
You're not?
I think Nikki's gone next week. That's my prediction.
Okay. All right. So we've got 2 Charlene's and 1 Nikki.
Yep.
So that's it. So once again, a great episode. So round of applause for Charlotte Brodbent. Thank you
Wait,
for
Charlotte
joining.
Brodbent, what is your name on Twitter, though? It's different.
Shaw Brodbent.
Char Brodbent?
CHAR Brodbent.
Wow. Char Brodbent.
Yes.
And what other shows do you do for AfterBuzz? Because we know you.
I
you
do
and
Real
like-
Housewives of Beverly Hills, Mob Wives, and Total Divas is coming back in like 2 weeks.
Oh my
So
gosh.
excited.
Thank you for joining us. And Danny, where can
Thanks
they
for
find
having
you?
me, guys.
At Danny Hoyt, I know a few of you guys have been tweeting me. My cell phone's going off as we sit here, but at Danny Hoyt, DANNYHOYT. I'm sorry I've been gone, and you guys, I have to apologize. I'll be gone next week. I have to be in Chicago for a previous commitment. I'm so sorry.
We are fighting. You made up with us in the beginning of the episode. You can find me at JC Rubio TV on Instagram and Twitter, but you made up to me. Now you lied. You're leaving me again. I have abandonment issues. And once again, Roya, thank you for running the 1s and 2s.
Roya Tahari.
Of course. Thanks, guys.
And where can they follow you, Roya?
You guys can follow me on Twitter at HeyRoya.
Hey,
All right.
Roya.
Hey, Roya.
So for Roya, Charlotte, Danny, I'm JC. We're your Bachelor AfterBuzz. See you next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Kathy.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.